Hi everyone, welcome back to another Castile video. Today we will continue with part 2 of our journey at Ebon Grove. If you like content like this, remember to like and subscribe. With that out of the way, let's jump right into it.
Attend to the legend of Ebon Grove, the cursed village. Nearly a generation ago, a constellation fell upon the once peaceful village of Ebon Grove. Fiery stars struck the town as it gathered for its yearly harvest festival. Night became day and nearly half the town was either blinded or outright killed by what became known as the False Suns. No one knows what brought this curse upon Ebon Grove, but each year the false suns return. Each year the town gathers now to pray, performing rituals and offering sacrifices to stave off their devastation. Despite their efforts, the descent of the false suns continues unrelenting. Their harvest festival is now known as the Divine Wrath. Attend to the legend of Ebon Grove and avoid that place.
destruction emanating from the Ministry of the Abyss cannot be staunched entirely. We must return regularly to prevent it from reaching a critical stage and tearing a breach into the Abyss. The Abyss and its forces are drawn to the power of the sacred sun. We will be in conflict with them as long as we pursue the artifacts. Yet, this can work in our favor and provide clues to the whereabouts of other artifacts. Word has reached me of a strange ceremony in the nearby town of Ebon Grove. Come, Summoner. We must look into something called the Divine Wrath. I sense the influence of the Abyss, and an artifact as well.
Yeah. Okay, unlock. See. Have access. The
attend to the legend of Ebon Grove, the blessed village. Each year, for a generation, the false sons have descended upon Ebon Grove. They do so with a deafening roar and blinding light. Yet, you will not find terror in the eyes of the villagers. Instead, only a deep peace and placid calm. Weaker people would be driven to their knees. Yet the people of Ebon Grove remain steady on their feet. They have come to recognize the divine wrath for what it is. Divine judgment, a blessing that purifies them and strengthens them each year. The destruction and horror witnessed by the rare outsider is considered rapture by those in Ebon Grove. Attend to the legend of Ebon Grove and weep for them. At the village crossroads wanders an odd man in a suit quite different from the local style. As he stumbles about in deep thought, he mutters to himself, "The heathens, to stand in the way of my work like this, all because of some pagan ceremony and something called the divine wrath. By my calculations, a celestial event is about to occur. A devastating one no less, but will they heed my warnings? Or at least allow me to witness the devastation? They will not, ridiculous." Teresa addresses the man. The divine wrath is no mere celestial event. Legends say the false sons fall every year to punish the village for some forgotten sin. That's what people have always believed in this village. They keep outsiders away to keep them safe. The strange man bows to Teresa. "I see. Still, they might have their punishment and allow me to observe as well. My research has led me to this place. My lady, we must get into Ebon Grove." "I am Nikola Tesla, the one who can tame lightning. Summoner, I am at your service. Together, we may convince them to let us enter the village. We will see what power is truly at work here." At a time of great chaos at Ebon Grove. At first, the villagers raised their weapons toward you, their eyes wide with fear. The terror dissolves in relief when they realize you are not the foes they expected. An elder addresses you, travelers. Normally, on this sacred day, we do not allow outsiders. But we are in need of help. Some monsters have broken through barriers that normally keep them at bay. They now roam the forest and we cannot kill them. Forgive my bluntness, but we require your help, and your weapons, desperately. How fortuitous, Tesla whispers. You have defeated the monsters roaming in the forest. It was no easy task, as the creatures demonstrated the ability to heal nearly as quickly as you could worm them. But where did these creatures come from? Tesla's question was answered with silence. They are not of these woods. I'd venture to say they are not even of this planet. Fascinating. Returning to the village, the elder thanks you for defeating the strange, otherworldly creatures. You have saved us. We must celebrate. We would be honored to have you as guests at our sacred celebration. As I mentioned, outsiders are rarely allowed. But by killing those monsters, you've proven to be one of us now. Won't you join us? We most humbly accept your invitation. Tesla responds, cutting off Teresa before she can answer. Now this is more like it, he confides to you with a wink. I'll be able to continue my research into this strange phenomenon, and even stranger village. Attend to the legend of Ebon Grove, the sacrificial village. It is said that fortune is fleeting, appearing as a shooting star across the sky, winking out an instant later. In its blinding glow lies both pain and temptation. Ebon Grove remains steadfast. Its people stand strong with each other in the face of the divine wrath. Their strength is their unity, for are they not the chosen ones? Chosen to sacrifice themselves again and again for the good of Castile itself in the raw and glare of the full suns. This sacrifice makes them holy indeed, and they alone have proven worthy of this divine act. Attend to the legend of Ebon Grove, and be wary.
never said outsiders participating in the ceremony were rare, but it has happened. Apparently, the divine wrath is known to blind and kill the villagers. But these are no mere falling stars or false suns, whatever the villagers like to call them.
Not at all. There's more to it. For all those that suffer or die, many others achieve wealth and fortune after the celebrations. An old rumor has it that the divine wrath and the lore surrounding it is but a veil to hide the truth from the outside world, so that Ebon Grove does not have to share their good fortune with others. But how can these people, who lack the sophisticated instruments of a great scientist such as myself, predict the fall of these stars? More likely meteorites? It is as if they are causing the phenomenon, not anticipating it. A mystery indeed, perhaps related to the artifact you see. Come, let us keep looking for answers.
You inch closer to the truth, Summoner. The divine wrath is indeed simply a way for Ebon Grove to hide its gravest sins. Continue your journey. You might be the only one able to bring the mercy I can offer to those in pain. With the ceremony taking place tonight, Ebon Grove is bustling with preparations. At the center of the town square, a large pile of wood has been stacked next to what the elder has called the Tree of Rituals, which is heavily guarded. The ceremony will begin at midnight with the lighting of the bonfire. Momentarily free of a chaperone, you decide to explore what the elder warned earlier was a forbidden area. Guards block the way to the ruins of a temple that can be seen in the distance. You find yourself among the remains of old Ebon Grove. Its buildings now home to trees with roots embedded deep in stone their foundations. At the edge of a ruined tower, a blind old man sits by a campfire, muttering to himself. We call the false suns from the sky. Will we live or will we die? Will you be burned like human toast, or in your hands a treasure boast? As you are trying to understand the old man's strange sing-song, a pained roar comes from a nearby cage woven from roots. It is one of the creatures you fought earlier. find some frescoes on the crumbling walls of a shrine depicting the history of Ebon Grove. They appear to tell the story of visitors coming down from the stars. Creatures that look very much like the ones fought in the forest, and seen in the strange old man's cage. These visitors are shown bestowing gifts upon the villagers in the form of the false suns, blazing meteorites that contained energy and metals of tremendous value. Though the visitors came in peace, greed overwhelmed the people of Ebon Grove. Led by the elders, they captured a creature, driving the rest into the forest, and invented a ritual to force them to summon the false suns, and rain riches upon Ebon Grove. This became known as the Divine Wrath, as it would also cause death and destruction along with delivering great wealth. But it was decided that the blessings outweighed the curse, and so the final fresco shows the tree of rituals burning like a giant torch. In the fire, the visitor's face is shown twisted in unspeakable pain. To their sinister delight, the elders of Ebon Grove discovered that they could not kill the visitors from the stars, which would allow them to repeat their sin again and again. Deep in the ruins of old Ebon Grove, you find a secret passage that wings its way underground. The path ends in a cave. Lighting torches, you illuminate the chamber and behold a horrific sight. Several abyss-corrupted elders from Ebon Grove, black vines entangle their bodies, binding them to the cave walls. Worst of all, their eyes have been burned from their sockets. For though the elders were not influenced by the abyss in their dark decisions, the magnitude of their sins invited its foul corruption. Kill the intruders, so that our secrets die with them.
Those vines, the elders, corrupted by the abyss.
We must return to Ebon Grove as soon as possible, before they torture yet another innocent star creature in their ceremony tonight.
To the legend of Ebon Grove, village of the day. Some deeds are so foul, a curse would be a blessing by comparison. Most foul are the deeds of the people of Ebon Grove. As the sun, even starlight seeks to nurture life on Earth. Yet, corruption's stain can cause such light to blind and burn and make. The cries of pain of those afflicted, those burdened by immortality, cry out to heedless ears above, even while they reach a greedily attentive audience below. So has Ebon Grove soon become the abyss's victory. Heed the warning of Ebon Grove. May it sink into the abyss. The poor, miserable creatures are known as seed sowers. They came from the stars. As many they live in the forests of Ebon Grove as castaways and sacrificial lambs. And now you know the whole story of Ebon Grove, the so-called divine wrath, the false sons and the poor creatures known as the seed sowers. Corruption begun by the strange energy emanating from the meteorite and simple human greed, combined to create a repeating cycle of sin and corruption. As the seed sowers are burned alive, they cry out in pain to their kind in the stars, summoning the meteorites. And since they are never consumed by the flames, they live to be sacrificed again and again. It's time to put an end to this evil cycle. You arrive in the town square just before midnight. The elder of Ebon Grove that you first met stands before you. By the light of the moon, you can see his face clearly. The elder, affected by the energy contained in the false sons, and then corrupted by the abyss, is no longer human. When you killed the seed sowers, we thought you worthy of us. We see you aren't even worthy to live. He raises his arms and shouts madly. You will not stop our ceremony. My fellow villagers, let them not take our gifts from us. Attack! Imprisoned in the burning tree of rituals cries out in pain. Just then, the sky fills with a tremendous roar. False suns begin to blaze down from the sky. The night turns bright as day. Fiery stones fall all around, striking and killing some of the remaining villagers. Still others scream as their eyes are burned away. Yet, laughing like ghouls, other villagers run to fallen suns, burning their hands as they pick up a meteorite and clutch it greedily to their chests. The seed sower wails again, the fires unable to consume it, but causing it excruciating agony. This call, however, is not directed at the sky. She is calling to you, seeing that you mean to free the seed sower. The remaining village guards rush to prevent you from doing so. sower to relieve her suffering. In her eyes are years of pain and soul-deep exhaustion. She just wishes it all to be over. And so, you free her. You find a smoldering meteorite, one of the false suns nearby. It looks like nothing more than a black rock, partially melted with scorch marks. Tesla picks up the stone with a heavily gloved hand and drops it into a metal case. According to my instruments, this is radiating a great deal of energy, and I mean to harness that energy, which I hereby call Deadlight. This might be just the power source for one of my new inventions that I've been looking for. Yes, indeed. Tesla is at first enraged when a servant interrupts his studies to further understand. Deadlight. The master has received an urgent message. Anger quickly gives way to curiosity. The message is from Owen, the Wanderer. Owen summons Tesla to the nearby town of Silverdale. Something terrible has happened. A plague of madness, he says, but explains no further. Intrigued, Tesla sets forth to immediately to rendezvous with Owen in Silverdale.
How unsettling. A plague of madness? What could Owen mean? No doubt, this is the work of the church. Whatever the cause, this clearly requires investigation.
That's all today for the story for Ebon Grove. In my next video, I will continue with Silver Dome. See you in my next video. NFT Game Corner signing out.